But first on BBC Two, the talking points from this weekend's football with Will Perry.
Good afternoon and welcome to Match of the Day 2 Extra live on BBC 2, BBC Radio 5 Live and the BBC Sport website. With me this afternoon, the Stoke striker Peter Odemwingie, our very own Mark Lawrenson and Sean Custis, Head of Sport at The Sun. We want to hear from you this afternoon as well. Get in touch with us the usual ways on social media, hashtag BBC Football, or you can text us as well on 85058. You've already told me that Manchester United are going to win, so you're a City fan, and good old Trev from Moss Side. You can get him on Twitter. What is he at? Trevor Sinclair, send him a message.
I'm not sure he wanted that answer.
That's the lie, by the way.
You said that as well, didn't you, when we were listening to Claudio Ranieri? Look at his face. Yeah, look at his. And you look at Mourinho, you look at him, and that transpires. How big a psychological blow, Martin, for Manchester City then? Because, you know, Joe Hart was talking before the game saying they have to win it at home against Leicester. You know, title rivals, which would have been inconceivable at the beginning of the season, but to lose that in that fashion.
Something's very wrong.
Let's talk about Everton, because if Louis van Gaal's under pressure at Manchester United, Roberto Martinez perhaps under a little bit more. Let's hear from him after that defeat at Wembley. I'm not sure what Claudio Ranieri's sticking on those pizzas, but it's working, isn't it? Jamie Vardy, I mean, revelation. Trevor, Tim Sherwood there saying we need to stay in the division, and if we do, we'll be stronger next season. That's the kind of chat you hear in May, isn't it? The 7 games into the season.
It's not right in the dressing room.
Why? On purpose? Because there's talk of mutiny, there's talk of players not wanting to win for him. I mean, how's it come to that? I heard that yesterday was only the second and third goals that they've conceded at home at Old Trafford this season. And maybe it's worrying for the Premier League, Chris, but they are still in the title race. Laura, looking at Liverpool and Brendan Rodgers, Alan Shearer described them on Match of the Day last night as dull. Graham Souness says it's square pegs in round holes. Yeah. Your view? Guy, you were at St James's Park yesterday. It seems crazy to link the pressure of Sherwood and Rodgers with the same as Mourinho, but he's under a little bit of pressure by his standards. Still no win at St James's Park as a Chelsea boss. Coming from 2-0 down, showing resolve or dropping points. Laura, I mean, if you're a Sunderland fan and you're not bald and you're not fully grey, you've done well, haven't you? Is this more short-term?
About me or them?
Well, we can all see you. Well, it would be rude, wouldn't it, to start anywhere else but Stamford Bridge. That 3-1 defeat for Chelsea against Liverpool. And here is Jose Mourinho speaking to Guy Mowbray. Here's a quote from Flores himself. He says, "Watford fans need to know that I am completely happy at Watford." You know, him putting that side of the story out. It's like we've been invited to some sort of weird Sutton and Sinclair Christmas lunch, isn't it? They're going at each other, which is why we have to put them about 10 metres away from each other. And in terms of what's in the sun today, wouldn't believe a word there, right? But
BBC said.
Jurgen Klopp unbeaten, and he said all the way, didn't he, Laura, as well at the beginning, that it was about the progression. You know, you got those 3 consecutive draws, but he says he's seeing. We were both at Bournemouth Wednesday night. Yeah. He saw the progression then, and then obviously they've gone up another gear. In terms of Mourinho, then, Trevor, to Old Trafford, the possibility of that. I mean, he doesn't play attacking, free-flowing football that Manchester United fans are used to under Sir Alex. And Mark Pugac said yesterday on 5 Live, can you imagine Sir Bobby Charlton sitting in the director's box watching a Mourinho team? Probably not. Gary Lineker saying that it's inconceivable that with the new TV money that Liverpool can even consider doing that. In a word from all of you, John, Big Sam going to keep Sunderland up? One word.
No.
Ollie?
Yes.
Mark? Yes. Okay. No, go on, why?
No, he said one word, that's more than
now we can evolve that. Wayne Rooney, I don't know if you've knocked him out any time recently in the last couple of weeks, but his situation there, what does he make of it? Because I know you're good friends with him. John Hartson, Mark Lawrenson and Ollie Kay from The Times with me in the studio. BBC 2 and 5 Live are on today. So Manchester United, quite surprisingly, Trevor, top of the Premier League for the first time in 2 years. All right. Let's talk to Guy. You're supposed to be non-biased.
Okay.
Anyway, just a reminder.
In training, your manager sees you day in, day out. You tell me to shut up.
I was touching your leg, Laura, but purely ineffective.
No, you're telling me to shut up.
Laura, thank you for your company. Peter Odemwingie as well, and Sean Custis from The Sun. Don't forget Match of the Day 2 Extra back next week with Mark Chapman, who's here as well tonight with Match of the Day 2. Sam Allardyce and Danny Murphy, his guests. Have a great Sunday afternoon. Goodbye.